kids mimic, right? He said the lady's a liar. So as soon as the child is given the opportunity to speak, she says the same thing daddy said.
Yeah, man.
I learned that she's a liar.
Yeah. First of all, yo, this shit pisses
They
me
ungrateful.
off.
That lady's a blessing to them.
Yeah, a blessing. But this shit pisses me off when I hear these little kids.
Real life couples facing real life struggles with real life unity and real life victory. Real life heroes fighting real life battles. Real love wins, cause real love matters. We're unstoppable, inseparable, untouchable, incomparable. We're your power couple. That's right, we're unstoppable, inseparable, untouchable, incomparable. We're your power couple, baby. That's right. We're your real life heroes. We're your real life heroes. We're the power couple movement.
Look at you looking beautiful.
You're gonna get more reaction than video.
You're gonna get more reaction than you get video. So for those of you who don't like more reactions or you don't like how we do our flow, let me give you a second.
Oopsie.
Hold on. Pause. All right, there you go. So if you're still here, that means you want to watch. So what you dropping now?
Popcorn down my boobs.
So we're gonna get into this People Court series. This one right here is gonna be, as the young people say, a banger.
I just want to see how long you're going to do that.
I was gonna do it in that guy.
Because usually a stamina is phenomenal.
Well, thank you, baby.
But that was a little short that time.
Well, sometimes you gotta get a quickie every now and then.
Yeah. Sometimes oopsies happen.
Sometimes oopsies happen. Shout out to all the... Anyway, we're going to get into this People Court series.
She says she watched the defendant's daughter overnight so she could...
Face front revolution.
...morning with her child because the defendant went to work at 4 in the morning. At around 1 o'clock in the morning, the entire living room was on fire.
Uh-oh.
His daughter deliberately set her couch on fire.
Uh-oh.
She comes to find out this wasn't the first time she's done this.
I turn it.
Then gave her an attitude about paying her back for her
Can't look too
damages. And she's suing this guy for every penny, about $5,000 she's owed. This is the defendant, Paul Cephas. He says the plaintiff was supposed to be babysitting his 8-year-old daughter.
She did it.
Oh, that's what she was getting paid for. She wasn't getting proper supervision and is now trying to take it into the cleaners for a little bit of damage.
Well, I'm already pissed.
Plaintiff left a
I'm already
rat
pissed.
plain
The hell?
child. She should have known better because she's
What happened? What's going on?
It's a different thing. Go ahead.
I'm already pissed because she said her kid.
She said, yeah, she set my couch on
She's
fire.
babysitting and the child set the couch on fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
mother
I'm good.
herself, and sometimes she
I'm
can
good.
do dumb things. He's accused of igniting a lawsuit.
He's special just like my daddy.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case on the docket. The plaintiff says she was helping the defendant out when the defendant's daughter started a fire in the house, actually started the couch, lit the couch on fire. But the defendant says the plaintiff didn't supervise his daughter properly by leaving a lighter near her. It's the case of light me up.
She probably brought it with her.
For real, yo.
Okay, Janae, you've asked us not to use your last name. You're suing Paul Cephas,
She
your
actually
neighbor,
blamed her and said,
for $5.
excuse me, hold on. I'm sorry. What did they just say? When he found out that his 8-year-old daughter, set the babysitter's couch on fire, he blamed the babysitter. Well, if you were supervising her properly, she wouldn't have been able to find the lighter. He blamed. So you're teaching your daughter. You don't accept responsibility when it's your fault. We just lie and excuse your behavior, and we blame somebody else. What the hell?
Dollars.
It's going to be a
Damages
doozy.
that you say you are out as a result of something his daughter, what's your name? Paula did.
No, it's
Your hair.
freaking
Tell me what happened.
Hellraiser.
I was watching Paul
Listen.
because Paul is a single father. I thought that was really a stand-up. He's a single black father. So he had to go to work about 5 o'clock in the morning. So he would bring her down to my house about 3 or 2 in the morning, which I have 2 young children, and it was interrupting their sleep. So I told him to start bringing her down around 8 o'clock so that
Dodo.
the children can be in bed and fed and ready so that I can get them up for school in the morning.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 1.
But even if she didn't have kids, so you're waking up your child in the middle of the night every night to take her to the babysitter, like that is not responsible parenting at all.
She's
Anyway.
she just came back from the hospital not too long ago, and my son is 8 as well.
Okay. And did they go to the same school?
They don't go to the same school. We all live in the same building.
Right.
And I put the children on the bus in the morning.
Okay. So go on.
So she had asked me to go to bed at 10 o'clock. And I had told her that that was just too late for children to go to bed. So she had, she was a little testy. So I just told her, don't worry about it. Go to sleep. We'll talk about it in the morning. So she wakes me up about 1 a.m. in the morning. I let her sleep on the couch in my living room. I have a 2-bedroom. And she told me that she smells smoke. That alarmed me. I went into the living room, and the entire living room was on fire.
God damn.
So at that time, I panicked.
When you say the whole living room was on fire, can you describe more specifically?
When I turned the corner, there was nothing but flames. So there's my room, my son's room, and then there's like a hallway, and then my living room goes in. So as I turn the corner, I see flames. I see the couches on fire, the floor, the walls, the ceiling. I thought that I was going to lose everything. I was very scared. I thought that we were going to be hurt. So I immediately wanted to get all the children.
So what happens? The fire department gets there.
So the fire department, they come. They were asking me, who was in the living room? Who was in the living room? And I say, well, the little girl was in the living room. And the firefighter, he says, well, what little girl? You say this as if this isn't your child. I said, it isn't. It's my neighbor's child that I was watching. And he said, well, bring the little girl downstairs. Get her here now. So they come downstairs, and the firefighter is like, what did you do? What did you use? What did you do? And I'm like, wait a minute. At this point, I assumed that it was electrical. So I'm like, well, wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't want him to be, yelling at this little girl. Because I do care about her. I do. So I said, well, what's going on? He said, well, this little girl set the couch on fire with this. And at the point, he pulled out one of those long lighters that you would use to light the stove or the barbecue, which was in my kitchen drawer. Inside the drawer, no one smokes. There weren't any lighters around. So she's very adamant. I didn't do it. Of course, she was scared. I'm scared with her. We're all scared at the point. So she's saying, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. And he's yelling at her. Her father, Paul, is saying, tell them what you did. I know you did it again. Tell them what you did. I know you did it. Admit that you did it. And at this point, I'm shocked because I'm saying to myself, well, what do you mean she did it again? Or tell them what you did.
What did you mean she did it again?
I don't remember saying none of that. I don't remember saying she did it again.
Before?
She have.
Oh, I just love when people just have selective memory at the right time. You know damn what.
Before, but I never said that she
Has
did
she ever
that
set anything on fire?
Yes, she has. She have
How
played
many
with
times?
Once when she was with her mother, some teller paper, some more paper. She talked.
Little pyromaniac junior over there. Look at him.
How many times has she done
It's not even funny.
Wow. Yeah, it's scary.
Did you ever tell
That's
her
scary.
that before you put the child in her care?
At the time, it was in
My
the length
God.
of time that she have done it. It haven't happened.
Hadn't happened in how long?
Well, she was staying with her mother. I guess about a while, because she was with her
Can you
mother.
tell me how long was the last
In
time
between the
that
two
it happened?
incidences.
Well, her
Thank
mother
you.
told me this.
Incidents.
She's probably about 5 years old or something like that.
So according to you, the last time she had done it was 3 years earlier?
I guess she was probably about 5. Like I said, I don't really know. I just know her mother said she had played with the stove. That's what she said. She played with
Paula?
the stove.
How old are you? Do you know the difference between telling a lie and telling the truth?
Yes.
If If I said that this robe was red, would I be telling a lie or telling the truth? Right. What happened?
What happened was I was looking for my deodorant and the light, it was
At 1 o'clock in
on,
the morning?
but I couldn't really see under the couch because it was dark. So I saw a
Somebody coached her on that shit.
lighter.
That's
Where was
what
the
it,
light?
yeah, it does seem
It
like
was
that.
like by the light, but it was like on the box.
But if it's dark, how can you see it?
No, it was by the light, so I could see it.
So now the light was on. So what'd you do with the light?
Yeah, it was on, but it wasn't like bright enough so I could see under the couch.
Okay.
I just I saw the lighter, so I got down and so I was looking for my deodorant, and the fire touched the couch. I tried to blow
I'm
it
sorry.
out.
What are you saying? That you took the lighter in order to find your deodorant?
Yes.
Paula, do you know the difference between a lie and the truth?
Yes.
Because I think you lit it on fire because it's fun to watch. Especially if you've done it before. Okay? I don't think you were looking for any deodorant at 1 a.m. And what you need to understand, Paula, is that you're not only going to hurt yourself one of these days, you're going to hurt a whole lot of
She could have killed that whole damn
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. This real.
too late.
This real.
Because we don't know how.
So you can't do this. I think that it's giving you a thrill to see the flame. You're going to have to find another avenue for your thrill besides actually setting a flame. Because
to her
you're
daddy.
going to hurt somebody.
For real, yo.
Now, Dad, I know you're doing like the best that you can, but tell me what you're doing. After this happened, have you looked through social services or any other way?
Yes. We go to therapy. She have a therapist.
Since
She's
this?
Yes, she's been had a therapist. This is on the table when we go to the therapist.
Okay, so she already had it there.
Yes, we let this issue be known to the therapist. We talks about it. She go to therapy every week.
Okay.
So, it's not like I'm taken away from therapy. This is what we use.
Right. Does she have contact with the mom?
Mom's just doing what she do,
Got it. What ended up happening? So they control the fire. It doesn't spread to the other to the other apartments, right?
They contained it.
How did they contain it?
Well, while I had the kids waiting, I should not have, but I mean, I was just so scared that I was going to lose everything. I started throwing water inside to contain it, but they came very quickly and they extinguished
With water or something else?
with the water.
Do you have pictures?
I do.
Can I see the pictures?
Sure.
Paula, why do you set stuff on fire?
It's just,
Is it exciting? You like how it looks? What is it?
just want to see what
It's
could
what?
happen. I just want to see what could
You
happen.
want to see what can happen. Has anything bad ever happened?
What the fuck?
Do you understand?
Sorry,
that
this is bad.
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
Could and
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's bad.
You're not going to do this again, right?
No.
You got a lot of people who love you and are rooting for you, including her. Even after,
I even told him that I would still watch her.
Wow.
so
God
how
bless
did I
her.
get here then? Because you two were trying to work it out and negotiate. Oy.
So it had gotten that bad because I had told him, I mean, maybe we can work together to probably paint, sand the floors, do everything, because I understand that he's a single father. I'm a mom, I get it. So I thought that we can probably work something out together. But the management
What is he
stepped
doing?
in and they definitely wanted to make their own repairs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, of
So
course.
he was upset by that. He
But
said
she
that I
doesn't
was
have-
trying to
she
take
can't
him to the
control
bank.
that,
Yeah.
you know?
I
Say it again.
said, I understand. She said management wanted certain things done. Okay, I did my part. I gave her towards what she said management wanted.
How much did you give her?
It was $350 because management. She said management wanted these things done.
But what is your defense, Mr. Cephas, if you know that there have been prior instances of this? Why wouldn't you tell her that? Because see, normally she's in charge of your kid, and what?
So if she in charge of my kid, what is she doing sleep?
See? See?
I
See?
got 12 o'clock, 12:01. She texts me.
See?
Come get my daughter.
Well,
See?
Okay, but why is your daughter up at 12:01 though? Well, how can she control if your daughter wakes up?
She's in
No, but she says she told your daughter go to sleep, and if your daughter gets up and
No, hold on, okay? Because I'm sorry, I'm not the dumbass here. If your daughter is up at that hour, we have already established that you were consistently waking her up at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that means being awake in the middle of the night is something that you have trained her body to do.
Yeah.
You've done that.
Yeah. And
My son don't get up in the middle of the daggone night.
No, sir.
Christian does not get up in the middle of the night.
Damn sure don't touch
None of my kids ever had them issues of getting up in the middle of the night. You know why? Because I always understood sleep was very important for a child.
Right.
So everybody was always on a sleep schedule.
Right.
Always. I never had kids that was just kids that are up in the middle of the night. That is a lack of structure in their home.
Preach.
It's that simple.
Preach. Listen, y'all.
It's that damn simple.
Y'all can get mad all you want.
9 times out of 10,
It's
that's
the
what
lack
it
of
is.
structure. Yep.
Except for there's
Yep.
probably some exceptions where kids might have some issue.
Yep.
But 9 times out of 10, parents don't want to admit.
Yep.
If you lack the ability to be firm and provide structure and boundaries
Better
and
preach.
rules, and you
better
don't have the ability to stand firm in what you've established in your home, and you kind of break the rules and you waver sometimes, this is what happens.
Yeah.
This is what happens.
Yeah. And yo, in this case, again, to my brothers,
Because she's 8 years old.
Yeah.
Why is she up at 12 o'clock?
the first thing he said was, if you're supposed to be watching my daughter, what are you doing sleep? Well, she
It's
got
the middle of the night.
Thank you. She got her own baby and her own kids. She doing you a favor. You don't pass the buck like that.
Thank you. Yeah,
You turn your daughter like you
obviously.
should have had your ass in the bed.
Obviously.
Period.
Obviously.
Period.
You
Period.
don't expect a child to just get up at 12 o'clock midnight, especially when she's a mother. Her kids aren't up at 12 midnight.
Thank you.
Why is that?
Thank you.
Boy, you take responsibility for that.
And let alone looking for deodorant under the couch with a goddamn lighter.
She wasn't.
I know.
right, and so she's sleeping, and then she gets up and does something. What are you gonna do?
But it's not 1 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so it's 12 o'clock.
But
Why would she be awake
this
at
is what
one?
I'm saying. I understand. Like I said, I don't condone her playing with the fire. I don't condone it. That's why I said I'm willing to help you.
Right, but why
fix
don't you
your
give a
house.
person a fighting chance and let him know that she's lit stuff on fire twice?
Thank you.
This was-
Thank you.
Because,
Thank you.
Because then she says, I'm sorry, your daughter can't stay here.
But I'm willing to, I said from the start, when we went downstairs, I'm willing to help you put your house back together.
I understand.
I said that. Now, when I'm trying to do
It's called a day late, $1 too short.
Yep.
That's what it's called.
Yep.
You want credit for that?
Yep.
But again, let's just backtrack. Forget about that. How did we get to this point? Let's talk about that. You don't want to talk about that.
Yep.
He doesn't want to talk about
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And if she has kids three kids, who she has to wake up in the morning, and she is helping
newborn,
and taking
a preemie.
kids who aren't even her kids, she is also taking to the bus stop in the morning.
Yeah.
How freaking ungrateful are you?
Yeah. I
How ungrateful?
Yeah,
What
I
if she's
agree.
not supposed to sleep?
I agree.
What a jackass. I'm
we
sorry.
got to understand it.
She ain't supposed to sleep.
Exactly.
A whole lot of money to help you with your home. She says, cool. I understand we're parents. Okay, being that we
She's too nice.
I
She's too
understand
nice.
nice.
Yeah, she is
you
nice.
can't do these things. I said, okay. I said, well, I'm just starting to go back to work. That's why my daughter was down there. Okay, I said, now listen, like I said, I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a lot. I can't do a whole lot of this other stuff. She says, cool. I'm not going to try to kill your pockets. Cool. I said, I know how to do the fraud, everything. I've been to school for that. I know how to do that. I said, I could take care of that.
You know, but what choice does,
Hold on.
if it's your management, why didn't you try to talk them into letting you do
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. She tells me, we need to
And she
talk.
listened.
So I says, okay, I got text messages. Okay, when? What time? Every time the time comes, she not showing up. Now, what's going on? What's going on? When I finally did get to see her, she comes out her house straight out of nowhere. Look, listen, we're not doing it your way because she got an attitude. She got an attitude with me. For some whatever reason it is. I didn't know what the reason was. All I know is I'm coming down to talk to her about.
Is this after or before you paid her $350?
This is before the payment of $350. She hit me with the attitude.
How long after the fire was it?
They just after it was a week after the fire. Me and her father had to talk. He told me,
Who they laughing back there?
Talk to me. I'll run that in there. You talk to me. I said, cool, great. I wanted to talk to you from the beginning. He said, I was in my feelings because his daughter's house caught on fire.
Is that
I said, I
before you
wish
tried to fight him or after?
this
What do you mean fight him?
He tried to fight
No,
my
Your
father.
Honor, we was in the hallway. We was in
You see how he's acting now?
lying. She's
That's
lying.
exactly-
This is why I'm
Wait.
getting upset, Your Honor, because she's lying. She's
Okay,
fucking lying.
you're gonna have to stop talking right now. What happened with him, according to you, trying to fight your father?
So my dad has spoken to him and he said, you know what, my daughter's going through too much. You're not doing what you have to do. You're speaking to her, you know, disrespectfully, and you shouldn't. When you do something like that, you humble yourself.
Thank you.
Kind of.
Humble yourself.
Kind of.
Thank you.
You really should play. You really should handle this a little bit better than you're handling it. See,
She's
Paula?
lying.
do you see all the stuff that's happening?
She's lying. This
You see all
I
the stuff that
explained this to her
happens because of
too.
this?
Yes,
Yeah.
and
All right. That side's going to be quiet, and this side's going to tell me what was the problem with your
There
father.
you go.
according to you.
So he was yelling in my father's face. My father tried to calm down the situation. He said, "Oh, I don't have money like that. I don't have money. All I can give is $300." And my dad was like, "Okay, so that's a start. When can you give it? You know, when can we set up some type of payments because my daughter and her children are out of their apartment. You know, so he's then he like punched the wall in the hallway. And my dad said, "You know what? Done. We're not gonna do this anymore. My daughter's gonna
Her
do what she
father
needs to
punched
do at
the
this
wall.
point."
Your Honor, her father, put your hands down, please. Her father punched the
My
wall.
father is disabled.
Her father punched the wall, Your Honor.
He has a walker.
This is what I'm trying to tell
The
you.
father on a walk in a walk,
Her father just started walking in a walker, Your Honor.
but he punched a wall.
He wasn't on no walker at this time. Your Honor, I was trying to take this.
Did you
lady
punch a
to
wall?
We know he did. He turned right around. We was talking, and he
Okay.
punched the wall. Boom. And I looked at him. I was like, "Yo, you need to calm down, man." Cause the lady in the hallway down the hall from her, got
Okay.
me in her home.
Okay, everybody's gonna calm down now.
I'm telling you.
I've heard everything I need to hear.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
but
look
she
at the,
didn't
no,
tell
we,
you she gave me
everybody's
fake
done a lot of
information.
talking. The only thing I want to hear out of Paula's mouth is that this isn't ever gonna happen again. Say those words.
no, it's not gonna happen.
Perfect. That's it. That's the last thing I
Attitude.
want to hear. And now I want to look at the pictures, and then I'm gonna make my decision.
Honor, what about
I know
the-
I don't want to hear any more from anybody else. No, we're done.
Evidence I had?
What?
What about the evidence I had?
What evidence could you possibly have of the extent of the damage?
Like you got pictures of something. She gave me pictures saying that this is what her is and it's not. She sent me information from the fire department saying this is the estimate that my daughter had.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. The fire department and the police always give a guesstimate, but they don't know. They don't know what they. You know, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I know it's much lower.
But it's not
I-
even. That's
I
not.
don't care.
That's
That,
not,
did you just wave your hands
It's
up in the air like this over what?
Ronnie.
You be quiet. Did you just go like this over what the judge said? Sit down.
Sit down.
Down.
Sit down, baby. Sit down. Take it easy. Your Honor, she gave.
No, you're gonna take it easy too. Okay? So no, stop. You're right. She's right. Y'all got the wrong attitude for people who set a fire in that lady's apartment. Very wrong attitude. She doesn't have the wrong attitude. She's entitled to be angry.
Thank you.
You guys are not
Thank
entitled
you.
to be angry. Most
Thank
of all,
you.
An 8-year-old child is not entitled to be angry in my courtroom.
Thank you.
Throwing her hands in the air when she doesn't like what the judge said.
I'm only upset
You
because
and
she
your
lied.
daughter
on.
have to stop
She's lying.
interrupting me. Do you hear me? If you can't control yourself, I know where she gets it from.
I was about to say.
Control. Why don't you show your daughter what it's like to control yourself?
It does.
Really? Because it doesn't. You're not
It's
doing a
hard
very good job.
when somebody's lying.
It doesn't matter. I'm telling you to
hard.
control yourself, and you're not doing it. And then you're
hard.
complaining that she can't control
It's hard
herself.
when she's lying.
Step out with
No,
your
it's
daughter.
not hard.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I've been in the
Yep.
courtroom
Yep.
constantly,
Yep.
because somebody just
Yep.
needs professional help and won't get it. Okay, quite frankly,
Yep.
it doesn't have a leg to stand on and can just make up stuff.
Yep.
All right. So I've sat there and had to listen to lies about me,
Yep.
and I'm able to sit quietly
Yep. Yep.
The most I've done a few times was interrupt, but I'm never on and on and on rambling.
Yeah, especially not in front of a
No,
judge.
that's your issue.
Especially not in front of a judge.
That's
Yo,
your issue. That's your issue.
Yeah, I've been in front of a judge.
And if you're in front of a judge doing all of that,
Yeah. Imagine what you're gonna do behind the scenes. So, wait, first of all, let's not gloss over this little 8-year-old in a courtroom on TV throws her hands up like she got some kind of opinion
tell
or
you
money
something.
to pay for any of this shit that she just did.
her attitude is so bad that when you look at her face, you don't even see an 8-year-old.
You don't.
Well, she's
you
9,
don't.
but whatever.
What?
Same
You
thing.
don't. You don't.
You don't.
You don't.
see
You don't.
teenager.
You do. And be careful. Y'all parents, be careful when you see these warning signs early like that. This ain't putting no shade on her. Raising kids is a challenge. But all I'm talking about is in this situation, clearly she has no restraint and no boundaries and no respect for adults. And that's something kids learn from adults. Anyway.
Because they tend to just mimic.
Of course.
The parents.
But somebody's letting her mimic.
Yeah.
See, in my house, you gonna do what I say do.
But I'm saying whatever the parent's character is.
Yep.
You know, unfortunately, which is why even when you are really strict about implementing good character and rules and discipline and boundaries, if you have another parent in the household who's not, they're still going to mimic that.
Yeah.
They're still going to mimic.
Y'all got to check out our
'Cause that's
video.
just what they do.
You can't co-parent with the idiot. Actually, we're going to do a part 2 to that one.
We're going to have to do a part 2
because that was old.
That was old. We got some more to say.
Yeah, that was old, and we've grown since then.
But we still think you can't co-parent with an idiot.
You can't co-parent with an idiot.
Impossible. I love when people think co-parenting is what happens when there is 2 people. There you go. We got the right formula for co-parenting. No, It has to be 2 people who have the child's best interest at heart.
Yes.
And it has to be 2 mature adults.
Correct.
I could be mature as hell and have my child's best interest at heart, but I still need, it's just like a marriage. It's just like a marriage. You could be the most wonderful person in the freaking world, but you can't be a good wife to a deadbeat man.
There you go.
Impossible.
There you go.
Because it's too connecting. Either the parts are, if they don't connect, nothing is happening.
We're going to do a follow-up to that one.
It's impossible.
Yeah, we're going to do a follow-up to that one.
We're going to have to. We're going to have to.
Yeah.
Now we got more stories too.
Got that right. Look, so the judge just kicked him out.
So did the defendant have a duty to tell the plaintiff about this child's...
You know what's sad? I feel like that lady is a blessing to them.
She could possibly be a danger to herself or others.
There you go. What do you say?
I think the dad should definitely tell the family that the child is a pyromaniac, because it's
I'm not sure it's that level, but it's pretty serious. You're not.
He's not sure it's that level. So does she have to kill somebody to be considered a pyromaniac?
Yeah, pretty much.
Going inside the courtroom.
She has to do it
Based on
first.
the evidence that I have seen, you acknowledge a 350, right?
No, I do not. He never gave me any money, Judge.
Did he give it to your father? He says he gave it to your father.
He never gave any.
Wait, did he give money to your father?
No, he did not, Judge. He never gave any money. That's why we're here.
Ask him if he has a receipt for the 350 and who he gave it to, because I don't want to break back in. All right. I find in your favor in the amount of $2,500, and I will be subtracting from that the $350 if he's able to find proof. That's my verdict.
Thank you, Judge.
Here come Doug.
Mr. Stevens, did you hear what the judge just ordered?
Yes, I heard what she said.
$2,500.
Yes, I heard.
Obviously feel sorry for her, don't you? I know you're mad at her right now. You're saying she's a liar.
Lying.
Yeah.
Because I was going out my way to help her fix her home.
It's not lying.
I understand. Paula, did you learn anything from all of this experience here in court today? And what do you think you learned?
I learned that she lied, and I don't want to come to court anymore.
What did he
You
whisper
know,
to her?
well,
I don't
can't
know.
blame her for not wanting to come to court. What about playing with matches and playing with fire? You know
Thank
that's
you.
wrong. You've learned that, right? If you learn that, you've learned something very valuable.
So wait, I just said kids mimic, right? He said the lady's a liar. So as soon as the child is given the opportunity to speak, she says the same thing Daddy said.
Yeah, man.
I learned that she's a liar.
Yeah. First of all, this shit pisses
They
me off.
ungrateful. That lady's a blessing to
Yeah, a
them.
blessing. But this shit pisses me off when I hear these little kids talking like adults
Talk about grown people like that.
with no world freaking perspective whatsoever. That shit ain't cute.
It's not.
It's not cute to judge little. No, it's not cute, yo. It's not cute at all.
The whole idea that a child feels like I somehow am entitled to have a say, as if I have some type of authority, like I'm on the same level with an adult, is a damn problem.
Yeah.
And we see all sorts of violence happening, teenagers killing each other, attacking adults in the streets, and we still want to act like this is not why. We still want to act like we still want to act like the inability to properly listen. They need freaking boundaries, and they need to understand if you cross a boundary, consequences, period, end of subject. But now what we want to do with kids, we're raising kids to just, it's all about you. Screw that. It's not all about you. And when you grow up, it's not going to be all about you. Ever. You need to understand that some things will happen in life.
You better preach.
That will be out of your hands.
You better preach.
And you still have a responsibility to be a decent, respectful human being. You don't get to act crazy just because something didn't go your way. And what the hell is this nonsense about, well, you wouldn't go so far as to say she's a pyromaniac. So once she sets a fire and it results in somebody dying, then she's a pyromaniac? Listen, the consideration is for the wrong person. This woman opened up her home because she had a heart. Because she cared enough about this child and this man being a single parent. She was, and so you mean to tell me it's a slap in the face that she gets for it instead of sorry, truly sorry, truly sorry. That's it.
Listen.
That's all they should have. That's all he should have to say. And he stood right there while the little girl said, "Oh, she's a liar." So he's so damn immature that forget about what happened. I got lied on. You lied about me. Grow up. You need to grow up. You need to grow up.
There's so many.
I think he's about 8 mentally too.
There's so many little things in here.
Give me a break.
Look, everybody's parenting style is different, but the foundation is that kids don't have a world perspective like an adult does. So they need to be put. I love old school back in the day. When them grandparents said, when the adults was talking, you mind your business. Don't
not even be in the room.
Don't butt into adult conversation. Not the way these kids are now.
They got an opinion about every freaking
adults
thing.
Can be talking. No, that ain't happen. Listen to me. My kids will attest that I raised them. If y'all butt y'all mouth into adults' goddamn conversation, I was gonna smack the shit out you. Point blank, end the story, call dice, do whatever you want. But my kids is grown now, and they'll testify, you know what? He taught us how to respect adults.
And here's what we were forgetting, okay? Because everybody wants to act like they just know so much about how to raise a child.
Thank you.
Well, can I say a lot of you fools are forgetting something? They don't have an adult's mind.
Thank you.
This is not a little, it's not a little adult.
Thank you.
It's not a small adult. A child has a totally different mind. So you're not doing your job. And when you don't discipline consistently, it's actually, to me, and I will say that in a heartbeat, that's neglect. That's neglect. Because there's going to be some serious consequences that come along with that. And then when your child grows up and has horrible freaking character because they have been raised as if the whole world revolves around their damn behind, then they become everybody else's problem.
Listen to me. Because this is the can. Oh, I'm sorry, Boo. You all right? Sorry.
Listen, I can say I have 3 kids grown out the house. 4 adults. So between us, there's 7 adults. Grown on their own, working, handling their own daggone business, taking responsibility for their own life, figured it out. You have to. You have to. I can't say that I have that regret. Like I should have, been a little tough. I can't. The kids will not understand when they are still young why you were firm when you need to be firm, why you were so strict. But once they have families, Once they have families, they will understand you are a better person because of the things that I had to do that you didn't like.
Thank you. Stop raising the goddamn kids to be these happy little kids and raise them to be functional, healthy, happy adults, because they're gonna be kids for. Yo, listen, real quick, and I'm gonna wrap this up because this got me a little heated.
You got me on this bed.
I was at Walmart a couple of months ago, and I think I shared this in another video. The mother is taking the 24 pack of water, putting it in her car, and the son, gotta be about 14, 15 years old, is standing behind her on his phone like this. Listen to me really carefully. Stop. That young man, all of the young men around me, my son Christian, all my other sons, the one thing I teach them is to respect this woman right here. Point blank. She doesn't have to lift a finger. Why? Because I'm not raising little boys. I'm raising grown-ass men. There's no way a young man needs to be behind his mother, watching his mother struggle with a goddamn thing when he got strength in his bones. That's respect. Though I am raising men, I'm not raising boys. When these boys leave my home, I want them to be able to take care of their wife, take care of their kids, take care of their bank account, take care of their home, and have great. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And you don't want them to be crippled as adults who have to be taken care of, and everybody has to pay their freaking bills. And they always have to find somebody who I can go live with, who can I stay with, who can I depend on, what shit can I use so I have a car to drive.
Thank you.
If I stepped on toes, oh well.
Yeah, we don't raise no boys in this house. We raise men, and men should respect the queen. The queen starts with their mother. You respect the queen, point blank hands, and then as you grow up, teach these young men how to open doors. I see some of these young boys treating these little girls like shit. Don't know how to open a car door, and y'all and some of y'all young ladies think because he got a nice car, because he cute, it gives him the right to be fucking disrespectful to you, and it doesn't. Okay, I'm done. Like, share, subscribe, y'all, because I'm getting.
Well, sometimes it ain't even a nice car and cute. Sometimes it's when he says he loves me. He says he loves me.
Yeah.
We can keep going. I don't care. Yeah. Love is. How much does he give of himself, whether he feels like it or not?
Thank you.
And I have to say, quite honestly, like, listen, ain't no relationship is just sunshine and flowers and roses and a walk in the park all freaking day long.
Thank you.
But in here, I truly love him all freaking day long, all night long, every single day.
Thank you.
Because I can honestly say that he doesn't, that's what I get.
Yeah.
That's what I get.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't. There's no such thing as, you come first ever. And when a man is like that, I see a lot of little, everybody buying gifts. I love him. Okay, when a man won't put himself first, he deserves for that woman to buy him some gifts. He's the only one that deserves that. Period.
Amen.
Period.
Hey, listen. Raising kids is not an easy thing.
But
this is a big topic.
For anybody who thinks. Like y'all took this too seriously? No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
See, because we did not. We're not 20.
This is the problem.
We're not 20 and 30.
We got kids attacking teachers.
Yes.
Knocking teachers out. Yeah. Kids who the police have to be called.
Yes.
Yes. I don't even know, to apprehend kids in school. We got little girls beating the shit out of other little girls and practically killing them, or actually killing them. We got children so out of control, they are bullying kids to the point where they want to commit suicide, or they actually do commit suicide. So absolutely, we are not overreacting. We're not overreacting. Something has to change, and something has to change fast, where how kids are being raised is concerned. Period. And we ain't taking it back.
Yep. Put them goddamn.
And we are not taking it back.
Goddamn kids don't even know their ass from the elbow, walking around with $1,000 cell phones, $2,000.
Yeah, like all of a sudden. Somebody please tell me when and why. Look at your life and look at your kids and look at whether or not there's a balance, or is it just I give, I shower with you, I shower with you this, I shower you with everything that money can buy. Do you really have balance? How much teaching are you doing? How much correcting are you doing? How much of really just making them do things and challenging them and sitting down and talking to them and teaching them, how much of that are you freaking doing? Like, I really don't understand why people think a parent is a freaking fairy godmother. No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No, and these kids need freaking structure. Just because they don't like it doesn't mean they don't need it. They don't like vegetables necessarily.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily want to eat daggone vegetables. They would love to have ice cream every day and no vegetables ever again.
Yeah.
Does that mean that's what you should do?
Hell no.
All of a sudden, that's what they do. They're just these little things sitting around. Give me more.
Yeah.
Give me more.
Yeah.
But that's not enough. That's not good enough. But how come I didn't get that? I need that. And every time a special occasion comes up, you ain't even teaching your kids to give, to care about someone else, to sacrifice for somebody else, to consider somebody else. You created these little, give me mores. And I'm like, no, screw that.
Yeah.
No. And then we wonder why women grow up and they're still acting like broken little girls. That's why, because no strength has been instilled in them. Good character just has not been instilled in them. We taught girls, when you look for somebody who's just gonna give you lots of stuff. Somebody's just gonna give you lots of stuff. If he's kicking your ass, if you actually, you don't even know what to look for in a male, it doesn't matter. Just end up with whomever, how the hell ever, as long as you're getting stuff.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
It's fucked up.
It's ridiculous. We don't realize this is what we're teaching them.
Yeah.
This is what we're constantly reinforcing. And I was telling my husband, like, so from now on, when Christmas comes, we're giving. When I say giving, I'm not talking about giving toys, giving presents, because a lot of these kids that get donated toys and presents it's not really doing anything for their lives.
Correct.
It's really not. And I think we can go a little deeper and think a little more. Think a little bit more and come up with something more productive.
Absolutely, 1,000%.
And actually, when I say give, I mean make a goddamn sacrifice.
Yeah.
Make a freaking sacrifice and take your child with you and teach your child about sowing a seed in somebody's life so that it's more than a little toy that gets broken and forgotten about.
Yeah.
Something meaningful and something valuable.
Yeah.
Why do we not feel like we have a responsibility to be a good influence?
A standard. Listen, I was never my kid's friend. The mofos needed to lie, sneak, and steal, and go around my back because they wasn't having sex in my house. They wasn't gonna be doing all shit in my house.
Be 2 hours long.
Hey, listen. All right, that's a different topic. Like shit.
Real life couples facing real life struggles with real life.